views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Stay. Elaine. What we said, stay. Elaine. What we said, ready, set, goes. Ready, set, goes. Ready, 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 set, go. Why does this thing sound like this? Oh my God. Hello. Hi everyone, it's your girl Samanta. Yes, welcome back to the Stay in Your Lane podcast, where I give it to you raw, I give it to you true, and where I bring my authentic self, because we rise, reclaim, and redefine, right? On our voice in all areas, no matter the setback, no matter the failure. And today's episode is gonna be maybe a little inspirational, a little emotional, a little empowering, not too long, but I know you guys have not heard from me in a minute, and I just come real quick to let you guys know your girl is doing great. And sometimes, listen, when you're not feeling yourself, you just got to show up, because when you fail in one area, you feel like you're failing in all other areas. You got to remind yourself, like, girl, listen, get out of it. You got this. So I hope you guys is doing okay. Before I get into things, this episode will be released on YouTube at SLAOESSEX. And also you can follow us on Instagram. Follow the Stay in Your Lane podcast at stay_in-your-lane podcast. Okay. And that's where I drop like my latest drops and everything like that. So I'm getting back in the groove of everything. But before I go right into it, guys, we only have less than 2 months in the year. Can you believe that? Like, oh my God. But we have less than 2 months left in the year. We're at the end of November. Thanksgiving is coming up next week. Ooh, you guys excited? Ooh. But I am, because I'm excited to eat some food. I'm planning to go to Atlanta to go visit my extended family that I haven't seen in a minute. Each Thanksgiving, I always spend it with my family, but this one, I want to actually go out of state. So I will see how that go. But I hope you guys been doing amazing. It's been like 3 weeks I haven't been on the mic. I haven't done a personal episode since I came back with this new series. I haven't done one. So this is just the perfect time and the perfect timing, right? Just to bring back everything. So, I want to be real with you guys. The last few weeks has been very heavy for me. Like after my USOA pageant, I don't know if many of you have never really personally talked about my pageant like that on here personally, but I was competing for the United States of America Miss New Jersey title. And over the past, I would say 4 or 5 months, it happened on the 2nd of November. So I was competing for that. So you guys know I joined pageantry back in November of last year, actually. My first pageant was Miss New Jersey, Miss USA New Jersey, and that was back in April. And can you guys believe I was taking 23 credits back in April when I was prepping for that pageant? Like, wow. When I look back and I reflect, I'm like, wow, how did I navigate that? I don't know, but I did it. And I passed every class. So kudos and congratulations to me. Oh my days. But yes, from that pageant, I got invited from the director from USOA to compete. And I thought about it because I have my niece was in that pageant. And I was like, I don't want to overshadow her. It's her moment. Let the whole family go and support her. I didn't want to. But then I talked to her about it, let her know the director reached out to me, and she said, yes, do it, auntie. Yes, we both in a pageant. I'm like, okay, let me go do it. So I was kind of preparing a lot for that pageant. The great thing about that pageant is it allowed me to do a lot of community service, which I love. And as I reflect, I said, sometimes we may be doing something and in the moment it feels like, why am I doing it? You feel out of place. But in the long run, those same work can lead to greater things and open bigger door. And I just have a feeling that everything that I've done over the past 2 months, 3 months, the community service, the people that I've reached, the people that I've touched, how it helped me to get in tune with myself, my purpose, because I want to give back. I want to help people. I want to empower others. I'm still finding my footing, but sometimes I be doubting myself and not realizing that, girl, you got it. You understand? Like, sometimes you say something and it's like the heart and your mind is on two different page. I was feeling like that, like the past month or so. It's like I wasn't believing in myself. Like I'm doing things, but it's like I'm not believing in it. And I'm like, but yet still, other people, I'm inspiring and touching other people, and other people would tell me how proud they are of me and all the things that I'm doing. But within myself, I feel unaccomplished, and I feel like I'm not doing a lot. And that's just the negative mind of you growing and moving forward that trying to pull you back. That's just like the devil work that trying to stop you when you're about to step into your breakthrough, when you're about to step into something that is great for you. You understand? So it's like I have to really reflect. But I was placed second runner up. And I found myself shutting down after the pageant, not because I wasn't proud of myself for competing, because it was an ethic competition. It was very fierce, but because I felt like I did failed, if you understand. And when I feel like I fail in one area, I tend to go quiet everywhere. But today, I'm choosing to show up, not perfect, not polished, just honest with you guys, because I believe we all go through that. And as I'm looking through the pattern of myself, I realize whenever I feel like I failed in something, it's not that I quit, but I take a break. I take a step back, and it's like I have to get back grounded. I have to get back centered. And then before I show up again. And I want to stop doing that, because yes, we need break. After you put your energy in something for so many months or even days or even a year, and then you don't really get the result that you were hoping for, you feel like you were defeated, right? And that defeat that you felt, it makes you shut down in not knowing that, listen, you can take a rest, but do not give up on what you're going for. You did great. Be proud, because the most important thing that happened is you went, you conquer, you took that faith, you took the step in showing up, you put in the work, and that alone, no crown, no title, whatever it is that you're going for, it doesn't equate to your value, because the value is in your journeys, in your experience, and each experience teaches you something. Not everything is going to be perfect. Not everything is going to be a win, but the journey itself is a win. And I think when we start reflect and look into that, we kind of look at failure in a different light, if you understand what I mean. And I think that's what really prompted me to come up today and really say, I haven't recorded an episode in a minute. I haven't reached out to get guests. I've been doing a lot of guest show once I came back to school. And I'm like, I have to get back my foot in it, because at the end of the day, this podcast, I love it. So actually going on a podcast today, I have 2 interviews coming up. Tonight, I'm going to be on someone podcast that wants to interview me. I'm going to see how that go. And I'm going to promote my podcast here at the school. You understand? This is what we have. You understand? This is what I do here. And the goal is to continue building my platform here, inspiring other students here, outside, wherever my voice reach. I'm grateful, and continue doing that, because I'm very passionate about this. You understand? But I'm human. So today I came to just, show up. let you guys know what's going on. Even if it's one person out there that's missing my voice, I know I have people that's in my corner that been asking me, Samantha, you haven't put out no episode, what's going on? But I'm like, I have to get back into it. I really have to get back into it. I can't allow a donor to make me feel demotivated as if I fail because I didn't fail. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is show up after you didn't feel like yourself, right? So today I'm showing up, and I want to take you guys through my why. You understand? Why I was silent, why you guys haven't get no episode, what's been going on. And in all honesty, that's what's been going on. So the high of competing and the emotional crash after it's over, all right? So preparing for pageant was definitely, I would say, it was one of those where it gives you anxiety as the time is getting closer. There is a lot leading up to it. You want to make sure that you're on top of your paperwork. You want to make sure that you're on top of the game, the competition. You understand you got to prepare. So in this pageant, I had swimsuit that I have to prepare for. I had patriotic. I had gown. And I had opening numbers. So that's 4 different outfits that you have to make sure that is, on the tee. And in each category, you want to make sure you bring your A game. Because you don't want to do good in one category and in the next one you fall flat. It shows that there was no preparation there. But the emotional crash that came after was just a hit. So it's so funny because here in campus, I wish I had done more when it comes to my pageant. I tend to wait last minute, but I guess it's a thing of me second guessing myself. Should I promote this? Should I send this to the school? Should I send this to the teacher? But one thing that had happened to me when I just came back to school, I think it was at the second week, I was trying to get sponsors, right? And I was like, my sash is Essex County. It would be amazing if my college sponsor me, at least make an ad. I'm an ambassador here in school. I do a lot in school. I'm an A student. I'm a honor roll student. I show up, anything that they want me to do. And I'm like, I really give a lot of my time and effort here at Essex. I want to make a change. I love the school. The school is my sanctuary. And I was like, it would be great if my school could support me, sponsor me, even, it doesn't matter any amount that they could sponsor me. Like, put it in a newsletter, like, show your student doing great out there, because I believe it's a big thing. Because it's not about me just being the pageant. It's about empowering men, empowering women too, empowering the community. Because I do a lot of community service and a lot of community work, that I'm passionate about, that I wanted to get into. And I'm still learning how to get involved in my community. And that pageant really helps me. So I remember sitting down and talking with over here, we're in the Student Dasher Center. I did communicate with a few of the advisor here, but things didn't move, right? So I end up going to my advisor in the business department, and he advised me to send him all the, the pictures and everything to make sure that he can present it to the dean and the president, because he said, this is good. This is what we love to see. We love to see students doing great things outside of campus, making a difference, representing the school in a good way, especially that you're a current student. So I ended up sending him all the information and everything, and I had a cutoff day, right? The cutoff day was like 3 weeks, the end of the month. And guys, to my surprise, like that, all those information did not end up reaching the dean or anything. I'm not a person to pressure anyone. And I think this is the reason why I always take a long time to ask for help or reach out for help in that area or anything like that. So it kind of take me a minute to bring it to the school. But I want to say, because school started the first week of September, and I brought it to attention the first week, one department, the second week, I brought it to the next department. But in long story short, nothing ended up happening, right? And it did kind of crush me. I did kind of feel sad because I'm like, wow, I felt like I should have did more within myself. I should have went to a different, like for example, the head of my business department. Instead of going to an advisor, I should have went to the chair. You understand? Because I remember one day sitting in the advisor office, he had brought the picture and everything over to the chair to get approval, like what he think and everything. Then the chair came in his office and he was like, yeah, get it up as soon as possible to the dean. Like, this is amazing. But nothing never happened. You understand? That professor told me he had to go through a different advisor to ask them first because you don't want to seem like he's overstepping and stuff, in which I understand because there's protocol when it comes to the school. But I was thinking to myself, I was at the department that he said he has to go through. They were the first one that I spoke to and nothing happened. So right there, I know things was going to go into a dead end. I'm not one to push. So I just let it go and let it be. But then People Choice Award came up and I'm like, I need some votes. So you know what I did? I went ahead, I print out the People Choice posters. But where I messed up is I wait till the last week of the People Choice because I'm like, I was thinking, going to the teachers instead of like, not taking up my head to go over them. But then I decided last week, they were keeping like fairs and stuff. I start giving out the posters. I went to in the business department to every teacher desk and put the posters there on their desk and everything like that. So that I wish I had did it more. But what I realized, what that taught me is that sometimes you have to take things in your hand and sometimes you have to just do it. And the funny thing is that I remember the dean, while I was giving out the paper, they had a fair. And the dean was there and I gave him the paper and he's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. He was like, when is this? What's going on? And I started telling him about it and he's like, I never know anything about this. And I'm like, this is the reason why. He's like, advertise. He's like, promote yourself, girl. He's like, I love this that you're doing. Promote yourself. Do it. And I reflect and I was like, I was so scared to promote myself before because I felt like I may overstep certain rules and boundaries. But here I am, I'm print out some paper and I'm giving it to the teachers and everything. And the dean himself, who was supposed to get my sponsorship paper from like a month ago, who didn't receive it, didn't even know what was going on. And here I am praising me, telling me what I'm doing is great work. But not only that, I ended up giving the same poster to the president of the school too. I remember he came over to the table and I gave it to him and he's like, wow, this is amazing. You're running for Essex. And then he asked me a question like, why, if I should win, I think he asked me, it's either why I enter the pageant, like why do I want to be Miss New Jersey and what will I do if I win Miss New Jersey? And then I end up answering him and let him know. And he shook my hand and everything and told me that this is amazing. I was like, whoa, look at God, right? All this time, a month, I was stressing myself, feeling down and everything because I felt like I didn't get no support from the school. Only to not realize that, I didn't do enough work. I didn't know. I was waiting on one advisor to do that work, thinking I don't want to overstep. I'm just a student. But here I am taking a different route and it's working. And I wish I had knew earlier. And that just makes me believe in myself more and to let you guys know, promote yourself. Sometimes you have to do things yourself. Sometimes you have to take things in your hand. Don't overthink it. And it just opened my eyes to other things. You understand? So that's like one thing. But the emotional crash after pageant is over is what really take me. So after all of that over, you understand the promotion and everything, People Choice. Of course, I don't know when People Choice, but that's okay. I really thought I had a great chance in the pageant. But the funny thing is, it was a lot of politics. And I had peeped it from I went to. They had like a practice going on, and I had peeped certain things before, because how the Miss New Jersey pageant work, amazing pageantry, amazing sisterhood. They have different categories. They have teen, they have MISS, they have MS, and they have Mrs. So I was in the MS, because once you're like over a certain age category, that's how it works. So in my category, I already knew who they had their eyes on based on how the production team and everything was set up. But I tell myself, listen, Samanta, you're going to go out there and going to do your best. Doesn't matter if they have like a number one seed already of who they want to give based on what I seen, you understand, and the energy and the sponsors and every single thing. You're going to go and you're going to lay it all on the stage. And that's what I did, guys. Your girl went out there and I laid all on the stage, give it my best. I had a lot of congratulations after it was over. I remember when it was going down to the finals. The girl that I said I knew she was gonna win because of certain things that I seen. She said to me that she think it's between me and her, but even her said she thought I was gonna win because I was performing so good, you understand? And when it comes down to, when they calling out who comes second, third, second, and went fourth, you know how that goes. The top 5, I remember they did who come 5th. I was like, okay, Samanta, you're still there. Then they called the top 4. I was like, okay, Samanta, you're still there. No, it's 3 of us on the stage. Then they said the second runner-up is Samanta Harmond. My heart dropped, but my smile never left my face. I never let disappointment show on my face on the stage. I kept smiling with gratitude. And I was like, you want to know what happened though? The crowd grasped when they say Samanta Harmond for second runner-up, not even first runner-up, because first runner-up is next in line to the first place. Not even first runner-up, but second runner-up. And you look on the stage and see the 2 person that was beside me. It was crazy. The crowd grasped. They could not believe it. The person that became second, I don't put no woman down because we all put our strength and everything in there. But when it's a competition and then you can see evidently that a person was, that one contestant deserve a better placing or, competed at a higher standard than the others, but yet still they were not rewarded, of course it's gonna make you feel some type of way, because I was happy with my second runner-up. I was like, it's what it is. My first pageant I didn't place, and this pageant I placed. Congratulations to me. I'm so happy and everything. But after I went outside, everyone that came to me said I did so amazing. Everyone was just shouting me out, and I was just like feeling so good. Like I never felt bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I never felt anyway. Of course I was bummed that I didn't win, but I didn't let it affect me, I think, until when I went home. That's when it really hit me. Like after I reflect on all the feedback and everything. So one lady said to me that she overheard them saying that there was someone that had so much potential and then they were late and supposedly 20 points was taken off, and then she found out it was me, and she's like, oh my God, no, they're very big on that and every single thing like that. So when I heard that, I really took it very hard. I was like, oh my God, Samanta, I got to get that in checked, because I have a tendency of being late, and it was reason why I was late, but that's no excuse, especially for orientation. But when I heard that was the reason why I came third, I was like, oh, wow, it really hits me and everything. So I had requested to get my scorecard, and fast forward, I end up like a week or two, last week, actually. I spoke with the director on a video call, and she did not mention anything about me losing points. The funny thing, she didn't mention anything about that. All she was doing was giving me praises. She was saying she wasn't, because she had to run the show, she didn't really watch it. So she's like, when she looked at the score, the feedback that she get from the judge and the scorecard, she was like, in every category I nailed it. First place and second place and third place, the points were so close. It was like an half a point to 1 point differences. She's like, you nailed every category. You can show that you work, you can show that you practice. She's like, there's some girls that, they would do good in one area and in the next one they fall flat. But for you, you are amazing in every area. And she just advised me that, the gloves is not, because I had on gloves. She said the gloves is not really for pageants, but I think it's a type of, if it was shared, I think it's the type of glove that I had on, because I had on 2 gloves. So it kind of like hid the outfit. I wear this nice sequins silver dress that hourglass figure just sucked on my body. It was just so elegant. But I had to realize and listen and said to myself, listen, girl, you did amazing. The amount of people that reached out to me, even the girls, I know many was saying like, whoa, they couldn't believe I didn't place higher and everything. So I really had to sit with that, guys. So that's what really been like on my mind and everything when it comes to the pageant. It's the first time I'm actually talking about it. And right now I feel like I'm just venting away, to be honest with you. Hopefully this find someone out there and you like what I'm saying, you understand. But the feeling proud and disappointed at the same time was something that I had to balance, if you understand. Anyone that is passionate about anything, when you don't reach the top, or if it's a competition you don't win, of course, failure is what's going to take over you first, and then that feeling of proudness is going to come and wash that away, because we have to learn to start. We're human, you understand? And we're just human. When we lost, we're going to feel some type of way with anyone. But I think for me, and maybe this can relate to somebody else, we shall not let failure overcloud our mind in feeling that we're not good enough and we didn't do our best. Even though, there's always more, sometimes it's God's plan. And they say timing is everything. Maybe that wasn't your time, but it doesn't mean that your time is not coming. It was just not your time then. And even though it hurt, you never know what the doors are open up for you. You never know where that earth right there, when you get the victory, or you're going to reflect on it and be, wow. It's going to be more victorious. It's going to make you feel more happy, I believe, because when you really achieve something and you look at all the failures that lead you to it, I feel like it just hits so different. And these days I've been in the mindset of, Samanta, you're a winner. Like, girl, you're a winner. Like, get over it. Like, come on. And it's so funny because I'm about to do a next pageant in March of next year. So I will be doing more advertisement for that once I settle in. I was thinking if I wanted to go into a next pageant, but after I already paid for this one, I was like, I should have went back to Miss USA. So now I'm kind of like, I'm kind of stuck with this pageant, but I am going to do my best. It's a local pageant. It's not like a national pageant. It's a local pageant, but I'm going to do my best. You understand? Because the internal voice saying, if I didn't win, maybe I'm not enough in my last pageant, is not going to be the one to take over in this pageant. You understand? So that belief had made me kind of stop recording. As I tell you guys, I had to get back grounded. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't been on. But your girl is back. Like, hello. I don't know why this is so low. Like, it is so low. I don't know why it's so low. But I'm back, you understand? And, what is this laughing thing? One step at a time. Got to get back into it. You understand? So when I feel lost, I pull back from everything that makes me me. And this pattern isn't failure. It's human. And I just have to really tell myself that, because even in my personal life that happened too. Like, currently I'm going through something in my relationship, right? And it's not that I shut down or anything. It's like I just take a step back without even saying anything to the person. I mean, the person knew what they did and every single thing, but I just take a step back because I feel out of place. And especially with school, like right now, the pressure of everything, right? So right now, school ramping up, right, at the same time. So me feeling overwhelmed and the self-doubt from my pageant, and then now this. It's like everything was just cranking down, and I was like, oh, Samanta, you have to get back. Girl, you got to start reading back your Bible. This is God telling you, you got to get back grounded. You got to get it back together. You've been living on your own, not focusing on me. But I had to get it back together. And school ramping up. I'm doing a project. Actually, I finished a project, but I went to my professor today and I need to change some things. So when I go home tonight, I'm just going to change it, submit it so I could get it out of the way. Feel a release. Because, boy, I tell you, these majors, classes that I have left is giving your girl black eye. I can't sleep at night with everything. Feeling so overwhelmed. So I had to get back a grip on myself. And I want everyone to know, whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay to take a step back. You understand? It's okay to reset, to recenter back yourself and feel back grounded. Because I think when we're operating at a place of self-doubt, failure, neglect, abandonment, feeling that you're not good enough, not at your high frequency, we tend to not deliver the best work that we know we can give within ourselves. And if you have to get back grounded, do that, because the most important thing is you want to show up as you, but you don't want to stop doing the things that makes you either. But you want to give the best you for you, if you understand what I mean. Because it's just like, when you have a cup of water and you keep pouring in everybody else's cup and nobody's pouring in yours, eventually it's going to be empty and you're going to feel dry, broken and everything like that. You have nothing to give. And we have to just remember to pour in ourselves back. We got to refill back our cup and then we get back to it. So I'm so happy I'm here today. I'm over 30 minutes. I don't want to talk too long with you guys. I'm definitely going to be back next Monday to give you guys a next personal episode. Let me know how you guys feel about this one. You understand? Giving yourself grace and understanding instead of punishment is a big thing. And that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm doing to myself. And each time I fall, I get back up. But I'm learning not to stay down too long, if you understand what I mean. I'm learning to rise back and be motivate by myself, you understand, and not sunk in the failure too long, even though I know who I am within. It's just that path where I have to get out, you understand. So I was feeling guilty for not creating, and I said I have to get back to it. This is what I love, and I really have to get back into it. So sometimes it's not that you fell off, it's that life got loud and you forgot to breathe. So I want you guys to breathe, you understand. Take whatever you have going on and just know that I got this. I got to get back in the world. There's too much things going on in the world, you understand. So your voice doesn't disappear just because you're struggling. You got to own it, you understand. You got to regain it back, and that's what this is about. So I just have I have something to say to you guys. You don't lose your lane because you slow down. You lose it when you stop believing you belong there. So continue showing up for yourself. Continue believing in you guys' self. You understand? I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for giving me space to come back. Today was my reminder that my voice matters even when I'm shaken. And if you have been feeling off your game, anyone out there, any student here in Essex, I know finals is coming up. We got a month, 3 weeks to go. You got this. You understand? You can come back at any time to whatever you're going through. Don't think that it's the end of the world. You understand? If you feel off your game, know that you can, come on, do some self-talk back in yourself. Get back grounded and just show up. You understand? You don't owe perfection. You owe yourself the chance to keep going. And I'm back. I'm learning. And I'm staying in my lane. I hope you're staying in your lane. And if you're finding a new lane, I hope you're doing it your way. You understand? One honest moment at a time. Believe in yourself, your goals, and your possibility. I love you guys. Stay in your lane. What we said, stay in your lane. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, go. My favorite quote at all, as you guys know, it's from Mexico Plan. Start unknown, finish unforgettable. But also seek the kingdom, all that you wish will be granted to you. And believe in yourself. You got this. I love you guys. Until next time, I see you in the next episode. What was that?
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.